Welcome to the Daily Decant, your 5-minute briefing on the world of wine. Each episode delivers practical insights to help you choose, order, and talk about wine with more confidence in everyday social settings. Let's get into today's decant. It's a new week, and we are going somewhere that has come up repeatedly on the show as a supporting player. In the Back to Basics episode, on the 6 grapes you need to know, in the Wine and Food Week episode on difficult pairings, and in the Everyday Drinker Week. But it's never gotten its own dedicated week. We are going to Germany, and specifically the grape that most serious wine professionals will tell you is their personal favorite when nobody is performing for anyone, Riesling. This is Germany and Riesling Week, and today is the case for why the country deserves 5 full days of attention. Let me start with a fact that I think reframes the whole conversation. Germany has been producing wine continuously for over 2,000 years, with the Romans introducing systematic viticulture to the Rhine and Mosel River valleys in the 1st and 2nd centuries AD. The steep slate hillsides of the Mosel with the terraced vineyards of the Rheingau, these have been planted with vines for longer than most countries in the world have existed as political enemies. And yet, in the casual wine conversation of the 21st century, Germany barely registers. Most wine drinkers can name 5 California producers before they can name 1 German producer. This is one of the most significant disconnects between quality and reputation in the entire wine world. And it is, for the attentive buyer, one of the most significant opportunities. So let's talk about the geography. Germany sits at the northern edge of viable viticulture in Europe and at latitudes where most grapes would simply fail to ripen adequately. The reason German wine is possible at all, and more than possible, really genuinely extraordinary, is a combination of river influence, slate soils, and a long, slow growing season that's unique in the wine world. The Rhine River and its tributaries, particularly the Mosel, the Nahe, the Saar, and the Ruhr, carve their steep hillsides and act as giant heat conductors, reflecting sunlight onto the vineyards and moderating the cool northern climate. Slate, the dominant soil in the finest German wine regions, is remarkable for its ability to absorb heat during the long summer days and release it gently overnight, keeping vine roots warm throughout the cool nights that would otherwise prevent ripening. The result is a slow, extended growing season. Grapes may hang onto the vine into October, November, and in extreme cases, even December. And that builds extraordinary flavor complexity and acidity while keeping alcohol naturally low. That low alcohol is one of the defining characteristics of German Riesling and one of the things that makes it so unusual in the modern wine world. A Mosel Riesling Cabernet, the lightest classification in the German system, often clocks in at 7.5 to 8.5% alcohol. That's roughly half of the alcohol of a typical Napa Cabernet Sauvignon. And yet, it's one of the most complex, nuanced, and genuinely interesting white wines produced anywhere in the world. This is the paradox of German Riesling, low alcohol combined with extraordinary depth. It's achieved by the long, slow ripening season, the naturally high acidity of the grape, and the winemaking tradition of leaving some residual sugar to balance that acidity, creating wines that taste simultaneously sweet and taut, rich and electric. Next, the grape itself. Riesling is the great white grape of Germany in the same way that Nebbiolo is the great red grape of Piedmont. It's site-sensitive to an extraordinary degree, expressing the character of each vineyard with the transparency and fidelity that few other varieties match. The classic description of great Riesling is a wine that tastes of where it was grown rather than the winemaking style, and that quality, the directness of the terroir expression, is what made German Riesling the obsession of serious wine professionals for generations. The flavor profile is distinctive, with citrus, peach, apricot, white flower, and a signature petrol or mineral note that develops with age and that, once encountered, is immediately recognizable in any glass. So here's the map for the week ahead. Tomorrow we're going to talk about the Mosel, the heartland of German Riesling, where the steepest vineyards in the world produce the most elegant and age-worthy expressions of the grape. Wednesday we'll go to the Rheingau and Rheinhessen, where Riesling goes drier and fuller, and where a new generation of producers is making the case for German wine as a world-class dry white category. Thursday, we'll talk labels because German wine labels are the most intimidating in the wine world, and completely unlocking them changes everything about how you navigate a wine shop. Friday, we'll go beyond Riesling and cover the other German grapes and styles worth knowing. Saturday, as usual, we'll talk practical buying guide, and Sunday, we'll wrap the whole week up. So, tomorrow, the Mosel, don't want to miss it. And if I pronounce things incorrectly this week, I apologize. I am absolutely doing my best here to try to get as close to the proper pronunciation as possible, but we are all learning together. So that's today's Daily Decant. If you found this helpful, be sure to subscribe and share with your friends so you can continue building your wine knowledge in just a few minutes a day. We'll see you tomorrow for the next Decant.